This is the story about Nwaele, an orphan. In one town, a big place with many villages, there was a palm wine tapper, very handsome man. Ladies wanted to marry him. He never agreed to marry anybody. One day, one of the deities from one of the neighboring towns, the daughter wanted to go to that town, and the deity refused. He said, I want to go and mix with human beings, see how they live. I see them, but I want to live like a human being. The deity, the father, then said, I will let you go, but on one condition. You are not going to marry anybody or have any child. That's my condition. The girl said, I will go. I will not marry anybody and I will not have any child. When she reached this town, she saw the palm wine tapper, very handsome. She fell in love. The palm wine tapper saw her, fell in love. The two of them got married, had a child, a baby boy. They called the child Nwaele. The deity was angry with the daughter for disobeying him. So he killed the daughter and killed the palm wine tapper and left the child. By then, the child was a toddler. Nobody was taking care of the child. The child was just living in the sand. People were dropping food sometimes, like you would drop for a dog, and the child would eat. It was still on that sand growing. But there was one boy in that village called Obumneke. Obumneke befriended the child. They were the same age. Obuneke's father did not like it, kept calling the son, you are a rich man's son. What are you doing with this child in the sand? Obuneke will say to the father, this child doesn't have any friend. Let me be one friend that this child had. And the father agreed. Both of them were growing like siblings. Obuneke would take part of his food and take to Nwaele, and Nwaele would eat. But Nwaele looked very skinny because he wasn't eating enough. By the time Nwaele turned 18, his mother in the deity's house was always crying, begging the father, please help me. Let's help this child. The child did not do anything. I was the one that offended you. How could you let this child be the one suffering? You know, a child should remove all anger once there's a child. The deity eventually agreed and then gave her a kind of talisman that meant that anybody that wore it will never be thrown on the ground. The back of that person will never touch sand. But again, gave her a condition. Nobody should touch oil on that talisman. She agreed. She went to her son, Nwaele, as a spirit called Nwaele, gave Nwaele the talisman, gave him the condition, do not ever let oil touch this talisman. Nwaele agreed. That was when he was 18. Then came a New Yam Festival day, when all the wrestlers in the whole villages within the town would come to wrestle. And whoever won would take glory back to his own village. They came, the wrestling was going on. The young ones, ages 8, 9, 10, had their fun, wrestled. The winners were praised, made heroes, brought out of their arena. They kept wrestling and wrestling. Then it came to 18 and above, which is their year of manhood. There was this big wrestler, very talented wrestler from another village who came out dancing because he was always winning, taunting the other villages, telling them that they are filled with women. There's no man to challenge him. Nwelele said he was going to challenge him. Obuneke begged him not to go. Look at how huge the man is. Look at how tiny you are. Look at how skinny you are. You don't even eat enough. Nwelele said, I will challenge him. He jumped into the arena. The wrestler started laughing and said, oh, is that what you have? This person that looks as he's already dead? Nwelele said, don't worry, just let's wrestle. In a twinkle of an eye, Nwelele took him above his head and flung him on the ground. He couldn't get up because it was a huge flinging. And everybody started running towards Nwaele. They carried him, made him a hero. The people from the villagers from the wrestlers' village ran away because they had never seen a thing like this. Nwaele was praised and praised. The king started giving Nwaele money as compensation. They built a house for him. He became famous. Then he fell in love with a woman. The lady loved him so much, and he loved the woman so much. Every time he wanted to go wrestle, he would wear his talisman, and the lady kept asking, why do you wear that? It's getting dirty. Can we wash it? He said, no, don't touch it. You wear it. They kept doing that, and she kept asking him. One day he said, I'm not allowing you to touch this because once oil touches it, it will affect me. I won't be able to wrestle again. The girl agreed, did not touch oil on it. Then one day, she really wanted to be with Nwaele, but Nwaele had a wrestling match to go to. She begged and said, this one, it's just one wrestling match. Leave it. Go for another one. Nwaele said no, he was going. He went to take his bath. The woman went and took the talisman and put oil on it to stop him from going. When he came out and saw oil on his talisman, he started crying. He started crying. The girl couldn't understand why he would be crying for just a mere oil touching his talisman. While he was crying, the first set of wrestlers came to call him to go to the wrestling with them, and they started singing. Nwaele ka anyị jee mgba, onye ọma na-eli n'ude. Nwaele ka anyị jee mgba, onye ọma na-eli n'ude. Nwaele then answered back, nwanne m na mma eje nwụọ, onye ọma na-eli n'ude na enyi nwa anyị egbuona m. Onye ọma na-eli n'ude obula ọgwụ m gbasa na mmanụ. Onye ọma na-eli n'ude anyanwụ pụta ife. Nwaele ana, onye ọma na-eli n'ude. They came and started crying with him. The girl was just hearing that Nwaele would not wrestle, that when there's sunshine in the sky, he would go. She didn't know that going meant something else. The second group came and called him again. Nwaele ka anyị jee mgba, onye ọma na-eli n'ude. Nwaele ka anyị jee mgba, onye ọma na-eli n'ude. He replied, nwanne m na mma eje nwụọ, onye ọma na-eli n'ude na enyi nwa anyị egbuona m. Onye ọma na-eli n'ude obula ọgwụ mgbasa na mmanụ. Onye ọma na-eli n'ude anyanwụ pụta ife. Nwaele ana, onye ọma na-eli n'ude. Those ones came and started crying with him. Then the third group came again, called him. Nwaele ka anyị jee mgba, onye ọma na-eli n'ude. Nwaele ka anyị jee mgba, onye ọma na-eli n'ude. He replied, nwanne m na mma eje nwụọ, onye ọma na-eli n'ude na enyi nwa anyị egbuona m. Onye ọma na-eli n'ude obula ọgwụ mgbasa na mmanụ. Onye ọma na-eli n'ude anyanwụ pụta ife. Nwaele anwụọ, onye ọma na-eli n'ude. As he was saying that, the sun was coming out in that early morning. The moment the sun came out, Nwaele fell down and died. And then the girl was crying and crying because she never realized that that meant that he would die. And she never meant to kill him, but she had done what she had done. Tell me what you understood and spread the story. Other people can learn from it.